Hey, what it do? What it do, people? Welcome back. Welcome back to the Ain't Nothing Funny podcast.
Oh,
It's your boy Jay in the face with your host with the most, your boy Ali Mo, aka a pimp named Stepback. What it do, pimp? What
oh,
it do?
beautiful pimping. It's called beautiful pimping. I've been pimping. I've been pimping since I was under the weather, but I'm still here, pimp.
You
How
still
you?
here, pimp?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
How,
man.
how was the break that we took? We had a little technical difficulty that we had to get fixed and everything. So how was the little break?
The break that we took, man. I was in disgrace.
How was
I
the
was in the
break?
in disgrace pimp.
What
I
happened?
was
What
sitting
happened?
here like, man, I'm missing the work, man. But ain't nothing changed, man. Ain't nothing changed, man. Ain't nothing funny, man. You
Yeah.
know, um, we were just y'all had a lot of shit on y'all mind and y'all things to do, man. So I understand that as a brother, as a fellow.
Yeah, man, a lot of stress, a lot of stress. But I didn't have too much stress, man. There's a couple of financial situations, but other than that, regular grown up life.
I feel you, man. I feel you. It's more beautiful, man. It's more beautiful, man. I'm glad to see you here, man.
Oh yes, sir. I'm glad to see a pimp named Step Back is stepping back into the spotlight.
Always, man.
Always, baby.
Always, man.
Always pimping. Keep it pimping on this side.
Always, man.
Keep it pimping on
Always,
this side, pimping.
always.
Got a little razzle dazzle.
Razzle dazzle, man. You
What's
know.
going on, though, man? What we got for today, man? What we talking about today, man?
Before we get into that, man, I want to let everybody know that to highlight us, man. You can catch us at Ain't Nothing Funny on all platforms, man. You can catch us at Facebook, IG, man, YouTube. You can catch us in other places too, man.
We
You
as
know
soon as
what?
we get on Spotify,
Yeah,
iTunes.
we're gonna be on
We're
everything.
gonna be on. We're gonna be streaming on all platforms pretty soon. As
So
this thing can get up and running, coming to
you
you
know,
soon.
man. I want to give a big shout out to out there too, man. To this nigga Mike. We had a very productive day yesterday, man. So man, but my
Okay, can I
weekend,
give a shout out? Can I give a
huh?
shout out?
Go ahead, baby, man.
Give a shout out to Big Z, aka my boy Manny. If y'all are looking to get into selling stock, more so the new kind of stock that's out there, the ones with the cards where you get the monkeys and all of that, and you sell and trade those. Hit up Big Z. I promise you, he's gonna hold you over. He knows what he's doing. He's holding it down for us right now.
Keeping it
Bro,
official, man.
baby.
Good looking, man. Keeping it official, man.
Let's go.
And if
Let's
you,
go.
and if you want to get up and you need some official clothes from the Lower East Side Six Barrels, man, holla at my man Elroy, man. He got the Six Barrel clothing out there on Third Street and Avenue D, man.
All you gotta do is
Yeah,
call us.
between the
Call
house.
on Elroy. Big
Oh,
Elroy.
Elroy, man. You got that, man. You got what you need, man. But let me tell you, my weekend, man, was beautiful, man. And I respect that, man. I did the same thing I told the other brothers, man. Shopping and pimp love food, man. And and all of that, man. So it was a beautiful, precious weekend, man. How was yours?
Man, it was good, man. 2K came out on the 9th, and I pretty much been just chilling at home and trying to grind and get him. I'm not saying that's the only thing I did, but that's what I'm trying to do is grind and get him up a little bit, get
I
him
feel
to
you,
where he
man.
can play in the park. This
I
year's a
feel
little different. This year is different. So whoever don't got the game, I'm not boasting, I'm not bragging. I'm letting you know when you get the game, you'll realize that this game is way different from all the other years.
I feel you, man.
It is
I
it is
feel you.
the hardest game. It is the hardest game, and it keep you intrigued over time because of the challenges and everything that it is there.
I feel you, man. And today's topic, man, I didn't even post that up there, but we gonna run up there. You see it up there, man. I didn't let the bottom of the credits
Well,
run.
we got a few topics today. I have one that's gonna make you laugh real quick. I'm gonna start off with that one. I'm gonna just make you laugh real quick, right? Because
Just
I was in a barber shop and we was having a conversation, right? And
yeah, man.
he-
Can't
here's the thing. Do you have a slogan for before you have sex, during sex, or after sex?
king,
Like
man.
like like the fast food restaurants. Like, hey baby, you about to get Arby's because I got the meats. Do you do
You
you
know,
do you ever do you about to get this Long John Silver? Do you have
Mhm. 2 wings and a biscuit, baby. I'm about to pack you up, baby. You know,
that? That's how. What's
is
that?
your
What's that?
fish
After?
fried? Is your fish fried, baby? I like fish fried and chicken wings.
That's after. That's before.
That's before, baby.
That's before.
That's
What happens with the mouth? With the mouth, like, ugh.
yeah. Oh man. I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm gonna hit you like M&M's hit you. My melts in your mouth, not in your hands, man. And that's what my slogan is, man.
Oh, we was at the barber shop and his son said, he said,
Ain't
my
nothing
fault.
funny on that, man.
He said his slogan would be when he's done, he goes, taste the rainbows.
Yeah, man. Taste the Skittles, man. Taste the Skittles, man. You know how we love Skittles, man. Y'all,
Hey,
but man, it's a crazy one, man. I got one for you though, man. How about this, man? Let's see
oh
what you see.
man.
Let me see what you see about that, man. What you
Listen
think
to
about that?
life in prison following first degree rape attempt.
What you think about that, man?
Now here's the question. There's a lot of questions with this because I deal with law. I deal with law.
Come over in the camera, man. Move over a little bit, man. So I can see.
But
Said it right, man.
right. So I deal with law on a personal level. I like to dibble and dabble with the law. I like to read books and learn certain things. So he's facing, right. This is the difference. He's facing life in prison. Not is he already in prison? One,
Yes, man. He should be already in prison, man.
he's getting life.
Yes, he getting something, man.
If he's already in prison, and I don't know for how long, but if he's already in prison, it's easier for them to convict him
Yeah,
or
man.
to give him the maximum sentence because he's already inside of the system, right? It's the reason being is because he's facing first degree. Now, here's the question: how is he facing first degree if he was in jail?
Yo, man. When that happened, man, he was home. You know
Yeah,
what it is, man? Let
but
me
if
tell you,
never,
man.
here's
Let
the
me tell
question: if they got it on camera, did they get it on camera? Was there witnesses, or is it just her account?
man. Let me tell you something. Your MO is what you is, man. That's his MO. His MO is out there not paying for it, man. He could have came to see, the pimp like me and got it for a nice price, man.
Got it for a nice price.
He's out there, man, doing his thing, man. Ain't nothing funny. He's secretly undercover raping people, man.
I don't. I don't. Listen. That's allegedly because we don't.
Allegedly,
I don't know
allegedly,
him personally, but I can tell you. I can tell you when they say facing, right? When they say facing, right? And the first charge that most DAs give you is the highest of the high. Like, say if you accidentally shot somebody, right?
man,
They
man,
they give you the first thing is not attempt murder. The first
man,
thing they give you is no. If you kill somebody by accident, right? Accidentally, you say somebody was trying to rob you. You shot randomly. He got hit. He died. Right. The first thing they're gonna give you is first degree murder.
man. You can't tell a pimp. You can't tell a pimp that he's a repeated defender, man. He's a repeated defender,
Well,
man.
how many times did he get locked up for rape?
Huh,
How
man?
many,
What?
how many times he got locked up for rape?
Man, he did about 6 years. The first case, man.
Repeat offender. When you're a repeat offender, it's hard to beat
He,
because
he's going down, man. Ain't
they got
nobody saying, Mystikal tried. They saying he did that, man. He got
he
off of the last one. And then
did
and then you go back and do the same thing all over, man. What
he
is
hit
in your
no
sick
no
brain?
danger? Get out
Now,
of the south.
you know what is in your sick brain, man? You're not gonna tell me, man. If you got away with one thing, that's like, man. Allegedly, the R. Kelly repeated defender, man. You got away from it from the first time, man, and then you went back and did it all over again, man.
Well, since we on the
That's
topic,
not on the pimp category, man.
of people facing jail time while they're in jail. R. Kelly was just he was just charged, not what should I say, charged or convicted. He was convicted of 6 out of the 13 rapes that occurred prior in life, or earlier in the years while he was locked up. So he just went back to court, and now he's convicted of. He's actually looking at a grand total of never getting out of prison ever again.
Yo, man. Yo, before you go do that, man, I understand we all looking for black heroes, man. But before you go do that, man, make sure you go out there and go and get everybody else that's doing that, man. This flower sure do smell beautiful, man.
How it smell?
It smell beautiful, man. So before you go out there, man, and go out there and be out there going to try to go do something, man, make sure you know what is going around in the surrounding of your peoples, man.
Let,
Because you got people like that, man, that preys on the weak, man.
mm,
That love to play on the weak, man.
let me be real with you. Let me be real with you. I've heard so far. Uh, I've heard about Bill Cosby. I've heard about R. Kelly, Mystical. I heard about Nelly, right? I heard about how Diddy and them be doing wild, right? But here's one person that's locked up right now, and you don't hear nothing about her. What happened to that Maxwell lady who was
Yo, man, Gazelle Maxwell, man.
like,
Gazelle Maxwell, man.
bro, she's like, it's like after she got locked up, after like the first month or so, after all of that, it's like she's gone. You don't hear about her no more. You do not hear about the case no more. Why? These people's getting convicted of first degree rape while in jail. Why is she not getting
Bro,
convicted?
man, let me tell you something, man.
Or
I don't think Mystical was in jail, man. I don't think Pimp was in jail, man, when that all of that had and they grabbed him up, man. You
you
know?
don't
I think he was in the streets, pimping. I think he was in the streets, pimp. And even if you was in the streets or even if you was in jail, if you was in jail, man, and they caught you, man, on some
DNA.
first degree rape, man, from prison, man. So that means you was a serial rapist, man.
He's a serial.
Man, I wish this man the best, man. I wish he could get some help, man. And I wish he don't have no daughters, man. You should have a daughter to understand if somebody was doing that to your daughter, man. How
I'm
would
gonna
you feel, man?
I'm gonna say this.
He
It
about
ain't
to
no
make me put my pimping suit down, man,
it
because
ain't no this man. It ain't no listen. People who feel like they could just take whatever they want. There's no helping them. There's no sitting them down and saying, talking to them and trying to figure out why they feel like they can take what they want when they want. They're takers. This is their life. They chose. There's no helping that. There's no helping that. There's no therapy
yo, man,
that.
you gotta sit them dudes down, man, and
And do what?
figure out what is in their brain, man, that's making it tick
He's
like
a,
that.
he's a,
Maybe, man, it happened to them, man.
maybe he got taken too.
It happens, man. When people become repeated offenders like that, something psychologically was going on in their brain, man. Something they seeing, something they rehearsing, man. It's like a rehearsal. It's like
or or it's a pleasure. Maybe they get off on the fact that they're being fought.
you think that your sick mind, man, gonna change you into out of the blue, you just gonna come want to be out here and be a
They
rapist,
like
man.
they.
Yo,
I,
man, listen.
I'm gonna tell you something personally. I dealt with a female who I'm not gonna say her background because I really don't know. Because at the time I really didn't care anyway. But when we was doing the good doings, she she wanted me to punch her in her ribs, and I ain't talking about like tap. I'm talking about she wanted me to cave her ribs in.
Yo, okay, man. We understand sexual fantasies, man. That's a whole difference, man. We don't understand the RAPE, man. We don't understand that, man.
Do you
Nobody
know
understand
online?
that.
Do you know online?
Yo,
There's
you rape one of my hoes, man. I gotta kill you, man. I gotta kill you, man.
hey, listen. Do you know there's sites online right now? So basically, when they get out of jail, right, for the pedophiles, for the rapists that get out of jail, the ones who still have the urge to do it. Do you know there's sites online that encourage you to watch and indulge in certain situations, like watching it on video or something of it happening, but
Yo,
not
man.
doing
Yo,
something.
man. Yeah, let me tell you something, man. Do you know there's sick individuals out there, man, that don't give a fuck what's going on? The
Mm-hmm,
money first, man. It's
mm-hmm,
money first, man. You
mm-hmm.
know, it's people that will wanna try to sell that, man, and make money off of that, man. I don't see that sellable, man.
It's,
I don't
it's,
see that's money worth it, man.
right. So right now it's not on the regular web because clearly there's a whole bunch of red flags that'll pop up. But in the dark web, in the world that we don't see on a regular, there's people who have videos up like that encourage people like him to watch.
No,
So
we're not talking about the Tiffany Haddison and the motherfucking Ari Spears, man.
yeah,
We talking about reality, man.
no, this is reality. This is not
And,
fake.
and, yo, and I understand you. I'm talking about reality. Reality, man. You don't kill women and children, man.
You don't supposed to.
Reality, man. You don't molest nobody and force yourself upon no human being.
Never,
That's
ever.
reality, man. That's
Uh,
where I'm tripping off.
They
Some
they
people in the fantasy world, man.
they live in a different world, man. And
Yo, man, let me tell you something, man. The person who you are, the star, the who you are, man, don't cause you to go out there and go rape nobody, man. Just how you being who you is, man. There's free access to everything. Don't you know that, man?
mm-hmm.
There's free access to get out of jail card. There's free access to get free clothing, to get a lot of stuff. A lot of people be thinking that all of these stuff that these dudes be wearing and Gucci and all of this Louis, a lot of that shit is sponsors, man. They need you to rock their shit and make them look good, man. Yeah,
You
you gonna pay for some, but a lot of that shit you don't pay for, man.
you know what I want us to do on this site? I want us after we read a story like this, I want us to go back and bring up some lyrics that they said. Because now that I'm thinking about his lyrics that he said before,
Come on, man.
she asked me what you doing. I said, ooh, nothing. Now,
Come
now
on.
that I'm thinking about the lyrics, right? I've been doing this since like two something.
Why would you tell me you not doing nothing and I know you doing something, man?
Right? And it's like he probably said it's just now we're catching on.
Exactly, man. Exactly, man.
The song
You
is still
know, man, I get tired of talking about people that's making somebody else the victim, man, and they gonna act like they the victim. And you know his whole law case, his whole court case gonna be about how he was the victim, man. They're not gonna talk about really get too deep into who he victimized, man.
now here's a question. Here's the question. Is it one or is it multiple?
It's multiple, man.
Read what the article talking about.
The article is talking about, man. I'm with the reason why I'm saying it's multiple because it was multiple times he got accused of that, man.
I remember the first time he
So
got it.
what about what about the people that didn't come up and tell yet?
He looked. If you look at his face, he looked. That's what, yo, bro. Um, he got that Philly. He got that nasty ass freeway looking.
She was a pimp from being sick on the thing, man, feeling a little under the weather, man.
Man, he's a what you call a repeat offender.
He's whatever, man. But you know, you can't waste your whole energy on a bozo like that, man. You know, this is what a pimp would call you, a bozo, man. They
Oh,
call you under the weather, man.
speaking of this, so I grew up on a block in Davidson, Bronx, New York. So recently in the news, a close friend of mine, one of my best friends actually, her uncle her uncle was actually caught. It was on the news. Was actually caught for several rapes back in the day, leading up to even a couple of years ago. They finally caught the DNA that tied him into the whole rape and murder situation, and they finally got him off the streets.
Look how long it took, man.
He's been running since 1974.
Look how long it took, man. I got a situation that I can blow people up. I wouldn't put that happen with my man uncle. The same shit. Did some bug shit, but it's not for that, man. You know the pimping of the game is, man. Watch out and protect yourself at all times, man.
And watch your kids, man. Watch your kids, man, because watch your kids, watch your and for women, watch your back. Make sure
Ain't nothing funny, man.
ain't nothing funny. Watch yourself, please. Yeah, you really think because you out here, you know a couple of gangsters or you know a couple of people who could do something. You don't know these people. These people out here is bugged.
Ain't nothing funny, baby. So, yo, if you want to take that, you got to take that out of consideration. This shit is real, man. This shit is real, man. And it's not even about catching kids, man. It's catching adults too, man. And it's catching both sexes, man.
Transgender, all gay, bro. Y'all all in effect, bro. Y'all just gotta watch yourself. Know your surroundings. Make sure you in an area where there's a population. I know people don't
You're
like.
absolutely right on that, man.
Come on, man. Like y'all really be going down these streets and these alleys feeling like you don't know what these people is doing. You don't know who got out of jail, who's ready to do whatever it takes to go back sometimes.
Yo, man, just because they a star and they's an actor or a rapper or anything don't make them different from any human being, man. They was human first, man. So whatever you polite, whatever's inside of your heart, you're gonna push out what's in your heart. If you want to push out that kind of negativity, man, may God bless you, man. But there's a place for you, and there's somewhere for you for that, man. I would like to drop that situation, man. I would just
let me give a new piece to the victims who have been who have dealt with that. I don't know personally, but I can from hearing stories and seeing stuff online, I can understand that feel like if you tell your story that somebody's not gonna listen or something like that. Tell your story. You don't know to push to finally release yourself from that kind of situation. You gotta understand it's really helpful to you. Release it. Release it onto the world so you don't have to carry that on your back no more. Even if you don't want them locked up, you just want to tell your side of the story. Let it out so that you can be free.
Open up, man.
Be free.
And you could come to a straight pimp and come and talk to the pimp. The pimp will make sure you all right, man. That's one thing I do. I treat my people politely, man. I treat my people with class, man. You come in and you open up and you tell them, and then we go further than that story, man. Because there's a lot of people that's out there that's going through these tragic moments, man. And the pimp don't want to see nobody go through nothing, man. Nothing, man. I want to see everybody up there and build. And if you went through that, man, feel free, man, to tell somebody. You're not going to be in trouble, man.
You're not.
You're not going to be in trouble, man. You know what I mean? So if that happened to you or you feel free to try to talk to somebody, man. There's counselors out there, man. There's police officers out there, man. There's your parents out there, man. There's people out there, man. Don't be afraid to hold. Don't try to hold nothing that back. That's going to harm you in the long run, man. You know, you should be feel freely to open up and to voice your opinion, man, on anything.
The fact.
Nothing can hurt you, man, but the man up above, man.
Your story might not save you, but it may save the next person.
Man,
right? It may not help
coming
you
from a pimp.
Person who's probably either going through it or about to go through it. And now you just opened up the door for them to understand and listen and see what's going on.
That's
you may be able to save somebody else. If you couldn't save yourself or somebody couldn't save you, and I know that burden.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying, man. And yo, may God put hands on your enemies that had some wild things, the thoughts like that, man. Put hands on those enemies because they're enemies, man. And like I say, man, with that story and that note, man, I want to move on to another one, man. What you think about this, man?
Illinois passes the purge law. Hundreds of inmates expects to be freed once safe. Well, see this is how I know the site be bullshit. Be bull because one safety act goes into effect. Come on now, come on now. Look how it's spelled safety.
Now,
It's supposed to be safety act goes into effect January. That's a
now,
bull,
man,
bro.
now, man, this is what I wanted to talk about. That, man, stop pushing false narratives around the world, man, for everybody to go ahead and sit down here and try to collect information, man. If it ain't real, man, don't post it up there, man. But I noticed though, man, some of the tactics that they posting up there do be real.
Okay.
They got hidden messages into this, man. Because in New York City, they was doing the same thing, man. They was letting go all those people when it was when the COVID and all of that and everything. They was letting go of those people, man. So
The
yo,
gentleman,
in our neighborhood, it was a rapist that was letting go, and Baruch. It was on the news, bro.
yeah.
He raped somebody, and they let him go, and then they let him go not multiple times, a couple of times, until the last time when he killed somebody in Chinatown. You smelling that, man?
I
You
remember that.
smelling that, man?
Now,
So and I
so
can go up to next time and pull up those things. They
we
was raping people in our building.
first things first, we as people first got to decide, right? What do we want? Do we want bail reform, right? Do we want bail reform, or do we want these people to stay locked up? Because
Yo,
we've decided on both edges.
yo, let me ask you a question, man. A pimp gonna ask the people what do they want right now too. Do you want the winter time or the summertime, man?
You know what I'm saying? Because
No, let me tell you, bro. When I'm finished, people are confused, man. Some people want the winter time because it's too hot. Oh man, but then soon as the winter time comes, what do they want, pimping?
they want the summer.
So, man, it's gonna always be a confusing world, man. Do you want reform or do you don't want that? So how do you see that, man?
It's weird. It's weird because if you want, I understand the push for reform. I can agree for someone who's been arrested a few times for stuff that I didn't do, and they try to tell you can't get bail, or they
Me
do something
too.
the bail is really high.
Me
Like
too, man.
I've been there, so it's like, do
You
you
ain't the
want
only one, man.
do you want reform? Because reform states that if they're eligible for bail, then they have to be let out.
Yo,
So
man.
what
Yo, man.
constituting? What crimes are you constituting?
Yo, man. Let's let this pimp put this thing on. So you want too much, man. You want $1 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And you know that's a little bit too much, right? You ain't
Yeah.
say 500,000. You ain't say nothing else, man. You want $1 million. So what that is, we living in, man. Pimp will tell you, man, we living in a greedy world, man. Ain't
That's
nobody satisfied with nothing, man.
it's
So
crazy.
if that purge, man, is some asshole backwards trying to remove you from what's really going on, man. They've been purging in Chicago for the longest.
Uh,
When Cabrini Bridge was up in there. Now, what happens when they knock down Cabrini Bridge, the project that everybody also know in the famous movies that we watch, uh, Strike One, fucking Candyman and all of this. Y'all remove these projects from and y'all put it in movies, and then y'all knock them down, and then y'all send these people that was all kind of different gang members and all that type of into the regular neighborhoods. That's how you got the old blocks, and that's how you got these all of this. Now you got stories of somebody bought old block and changed it. Why would I not believe that? My aunt used to live on Prospect in Saratoga in Brooklyn. They
mhm.
told them it was asbestos inside of the building, and they moved them to another building, pimp. And it said that they was gonna let the people come back, right, pimp? That building is tore down now. They use it for a fire station. They use it for a whole lot of stuff. So what it is they
Yeah.
forcing the people into their own property. So when you messed up, we gonna get this building and we gonna sell it to somebody else. So if they gonna knock old block down, because now they saying that every time uh um somebody from Hollywood comes there, they exploiting the whole old block. They making these blocks look like these is they glorifying it like these is homes where people really want to be at. Come on,
Uh,
pimping. And I pimped in Chicago, man. I pimped all around the world, man.
well, when you really look at it, just like I think it's Bushwick. I would where Jay Z grew up. Where Jay Z grew up in
Best style.
Bed Stop. That's a tourist area now.
Mm. Let me tell you something, man. The whole New York City now is a tourist attraction.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, Best Style, the hikes, and all that other stuff became what it is because of the Barclay. You
Mm-hmm.
know, the Barclay brought an attraction. When people come out of town and everything, the first thing they want to see is Madison Square Garden, right?
Used to be.
It still is. It still is. You might don't understand what's going on in Manhattan, but they still doing the same thing. Remember, you got the Rangers in there. You got all of these other peoples in there that people still love. So
Now I know that the Knicks are the one of the biggest New
they,
York teams.
you're chilling in the Mecca Arena. Bro. Do you know what the Mecca Arena is?
Yeah, they got every sport there.
And who fought in the Mecca? Who always want to be in the Mecca? Everybody, once you enter Madison Square Garden, you feel you're a king.
Hmm.
Remember, Muhammad Ali. Remember, uh, the fight
Fighting.
with what's the name? Did Mike Tyson fight in the Mecca?
I believe he fought in Madison Square Garden.
I would have to see that. But you had the Floyd Mayweather and the Canelo and or whoever. Everybody that want to do something, that does music, that does anything, want to come to Madison Square Garden to do it because that's the Mecca.
And you feel like they purging us? Feel like that's the purge to get this out?
The Purge in the New York City, the Purges in the New York City is like you already see it too,
The
pimp.
rap movement.
Huh?
It's the movement in the
It's,
mob.
it's, it's, it's the movement. What is the Purge, man? You know, you're not in New York City. You're not getting these young kids to purge, pimp.
Let
Who's purging? Who's purging? I
young
mean,
kids.
the older people, the purge, pimp. It's the younger kids. They purging already.
I was gonna say, would have the reason why they allow so much music and they allow social media to be open set up and all of this good stuff is for that purge situation. You know what? We can't purge legally. We
Son,
can purge
let
in
me tell you
Pennsylvania,
something.
but I can
This
physically
is
purge
you heard
without.
you heard what your boy Pimp said. Your boy Pimp Childish Gambino said. This is America.
Mm-hmm.
Always remember that, Pimp. This is America. America could do and change whatever the fuck they want to do, man. Pimping. They doing it now. They doing it now. They doing it now where they telling you California is telling you people that there is no more gas cars. They trying to get you locked like permanently demolish gas cars.
I
Two,
didn't know
they
California was doing that.
yeah, and two, they saying they want it strictly electric, my man. This is
About
what I'm saying, pimping.
what year?
Huh?
What year? Because they can't just do it automatically. They gotta
They
give a year.
no, they just put in the law today. I'm like, not today, man. Don't give me this. Don't get pimps all lying. Like a couple of days ago, they was just talking about it. That California said that now it's illegal to drive in gas cars. Looked it up, my pimp.
Well, illegal because technically, then all of the money that we've spent on regular cars, like people who have cars who have you will have to cancel those contracts
Yo,
out clear.
pimp. Go and check up the value of cars, gas cars now, and see has it
Super
rose
high.
and dropped.
Super high.
Huh?
Super high.
That's what I'm saying, pimping. No,
Electric
the
car,
value, and then
cars is like it's like so if a regular car is 1,000, an electric car is like 2,500.
let me tell you something, pimping. The value of the car is gonna go down, the gas cars, because
It's
nobody's
not,
gonna buy it.
bro. It's going up.
What?
Up. The
Um,
value the value of all cars, even cars that dated back into I'm talking about early
yo,
2000s,
yo,
19.
bro.
You,
They
no,
said,
I
yeah,
was looking.
yeah. Oh, I understand that. They said since LA is putting that in effect, is New York gonna do that? What's gonna happen with New York now? Remember, New York follows every plan, pimping, that everybody else is do. You know,
I,
and this is how they wasn't it. Once New York do that, and they bring everything to electric cars, nobody's gonna buy the volume of what's it? That's like CDs. That just like MP3s. That just like that. One of the volumes is gonna go down, bro.
I don't think and it's the reason why I don't feel California can do so. I know there's talks about doing it. The reason why California can't do it, one, is because of the traffic in California.
Yeah, yo, bro. Who
California
goes to
is
say,
listen. The traffic in California is so bad that you can be on the road. A trip that should take you about an hour or half an hour, I've been told can take you up to 5 hours due to traffic.
okay,
Now,
okay,
electric cars can only go but so far before, like gas goes much further than everybody knows that, right? So unless they're coming out with a supreme battery that lasts all day, literally
yo,
all
brother, yo, do
day.
you do you know if they gonna put out something, put out that energy out in the air, they got extra energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
If anything energy we talking right now, and we putting in the air, don't you know we got extra energy too, right? That can evolve, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So
connect.
eventually it's gonna evolve. It's already in progress. Yeah. Everything is already in progress, Brent. And ain't
I don't.
nothing funny on that. But everything is already in process.
The reason why I feel like you can't do that is because of the the actuality of having people change to an electric car.
Yo, yo.
It, it's gonna be rare. I don't think you could put a law
I'm
on
gonna rephrase this back again,
it.
pimp. This is America. Childish Gambino told you. This is America. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, they can
We
do what.
allowed to do what the hell we want to do. This is America.
Hey, sir. So if I'm telling you correctly, then if I'm hearing you correctly, and I'm gonna tell you now, I'm gonna tell everybody in Wild Live, start investing in energy because
Exactly.
because if that's the way we're moving, you know them energy stocks are gonna go
Go
skyrocket.
skyrocket. So do you understand? But what happens when it crash, pimp?
Uh,
But,
what?
but, but remember, anything could crash, bro.
Yeah, electricity can crash the grid. Once the grid is down, here's the zombie apocalypse for you. If they do all electric cars, right, and then that grid goes down, that worldwide blackout, you're
Mm-hmm.
you're 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 out. And I don't really like cursing on here. You're fucked.
Yep.
That grid goes down. That power grid goes down. That remember, once the power grid goes down, if you don't got no backup generators and none of that, which takes gas, right? Which takes gas, ironically, right? Remember all the stuff that goes down. Solar panels, dead. They can't drain no energy from solar panels. Solar panels can't give you no energy once the power grid is down.
Now
Not
pimping.
energy they have. They
You know
can't
what?
give it to you because the power source is down.
You know what they tell you? It's going to be all based upon storage. We go into computer life. We going digitally.
Now for now, I'm gonna stay away from that topic because I feel like it's going beyond my understanding. I don't understand digitally how we gonna get light digitally when everything is shut down. And
No. You know what digitally is? Storage. What a squirrel do when he eat his food?
It
He
stores it.
stores the food inside of his jaw, right?
Yeah.
So if the shit goes down,
Mm-hmm.
allegedly, if it goes down,
Not
order
allegedly.
for the back is gonna be stored. It's gonna have to have some restoring
But
for it to comes back up and reboots itself into that. So that's what
here-
I'm talking
here's
about.
the problem though.
Digitally restored.
Here's the problem though, right? Here's the problem, right? To go digitally, right? The word digitally means over a connection, right? If if that connection is through electricity, through the power grid, it don't matter what you do, what you got stored, because you can't use it because the power grid is down.
Okay,
That's why
but
they had
once the resource, that's why you got this is what I'm saying, digitally backed up. You
generators.
understand what I mean?
Generators. They're gonna have
Backed up
electric
energy things. Do you know inside of a store, if all the lights go out, some people got backup energy service.
generators. That's what I'm talking about.
So
Generators.
that's digitally. That's you got to go through something still,
But generators take gas.
huh?
So now they must be coming out. Now what you're telling me is they're coming out with a all electric generator that stores enough power to generate.
They go. I'm not telling you that, bro. I'm not telling you that because I'm not a scientist, but I'm not a fool. This is one thing, pimp. They're gonna have to do that. If something go down and what, where's your backup sources to keep it living? Now, if you have common sense and have knowledge that they saying that, oh shit, if we gonna make all this electric, all the cars and all of this, we move around, pimp, we going all electric. You got to have some kind of resource to back up you got to have an A, B, C, D plan if it goes that far.
I'm gonna let you know this. If you think gas is expensive, if you start thinking gas is expensive and it's dangerous, wait until everything go all electric.
Yo,
Wait until they start
let me
shutting
tell
off
you something. You
on
might have we don't know which one will have the better resource. If gas is expensive, they gotta pull the gas out of the ground.
man, they've been
You gotta
doing that.
get hold on, they gotta get allegedly they gotta get brothers out there or sisters out there to pump that oil. After they pump that oil, they gotta filter that oil or that gas. They can't just give you regular gas from out the ground without filtering some of that, bro. So it's the same thing as that's going to go inside of computers. They're going to have a strong backup system. This is what I believe. So they're not going to just push out something and tell you, boom, here, and then they know it's going to be a
All right.
failure.
So let me give you this. Let me give you this. I drive my car every day. Every day.
Uh huh.
I drive my car every day.
Uh huh.
Week I probably spend probably like I probably pay like $50, maybe $100.
Uh
I
huh.
say $50 worth of gas. I say 50 because I only have to fill my gas tank up
Uh
like
huh.
one, right? So 50, 100, right?
Uh
So I
huh.
$400 on gas
Uh huh.
every week, right? If I'm working, that's to make me money, right? And electricity, I'm home. My electricity bill could be
I do.
anywhere from with solar panels, by the way, can range anywhere from 150 to 550 at times.
Okay, now where it comes down to what you're talking about, when it goes in officially, everything gonna be solar panel. That way you don't have to really charge up your car. Only thing you're gonna have that on the top of your that funny black glass that
Yeah.
beads on it. That funny black glass gonna be your whole antenna. It's gonna be the whole thing that
The
remember
whole
that the whole portal that you're gonna collect all
they
your energy off of the sunlight
they
and the light in the
they,
daytime. So that's how
they
they're gonna.
have that for the Tesla trucks.
Thank you.
I don't know if you've seen the Tesla trucks, the automatic Tesla trucks that drive by themselves, the ones
Come
that's
on.
supposed to be coming out. They said that those have solar shit, and at the brakes every time you use the brakes, it stores energy and sends it back to the solar panels to
Then
keep.
that do you understand? So regardless of the fact that they finding out a way how you pretty soon you ain't going to even have to use that the solar energy, our energy to charge it up.
Somebody got to clap for Elon Musk.
Huh?
Somebody got to clap Elon Musk. Somebody got to clap Bill Gates. They got to go. You got to pack these people up. They dangerous.
Yo, let me tell you something. But what about the people that's non-dangerous?
They dangerous, bro. They
They dangerous
dangerous.
too.
They're
They
dangerous.
dangerous too.
Look at the last 5 years. Look at the last 5 years what we've been going through. For the last 5 years, they just had a storm that was 1 in 1 million. 1 in 1 million years.
Yo, now when have you blocked the sun?
They tried it
Like they've
already.
been doing that. They've been saying that they're gonna do that allegedly. You block the sun. How you gonna get those rays off the energize your shit? Yo, but no lie, no lie. As I see it, back in the days, there was a lot of stuff that we didn't have that was modern today that they didn't need to use
Yep.
to go to modern society. You know what I mean? We didn't have a clock then. We didn't have
I don't
what we're
even know.
talking right now on here. So how did they get the information out there and to communicate? Back in the days when we was young, yo, we didn't have all of this kind of technology. We had a telephone. We didn't have cell phones then. Off the telephone, if we didn't talk to you, PM, we had to wait till we got in the house. So whatever important information, and then before there was answer machines, we had no answer machine. Or
Yep.
somebody just call you, and if that person didn't leave you the message, and who was you? The answer machine. So now they saying that the person that's delivering the message, we don't need the person to deliver the message no more. Now we're going to bring up a computer robot. So whatever you get, a 5, 15, 30, 30 second, whatever you want to tell the people, and
Now
just
they
drop
really
it and leave it. And that's how they progress, and that's how they clam and became.
you don't
Huh?
gotta you don't gotta listen to your voicemails no more because they send it to you in a text.
Exactly. So you getting all kind of things. But when this stuff start crashing, that's why if you go look up and you can hear them have small talks, they talking about they trying to alleviate, getting ready to try to alleviate the computer system all over again. So you know what it is? They found out that people is in there getting too smart, getting rich off the computer systems and getting all this. We going back in the days when I was in school, we couldn't even afford a computer, bro.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? The computer was in the 5,000s and all that, and then now the money of value
They
became
made it
different.
smaller. They made it smaller, quicker, everything.
Come
Now
on,
you
you had a green screen, you had a black and green writing on there, and then you had the white and white, the white and black, and the white and green, and it just kept on and it kept elevating. But then now it made it easier for us to go look up anything we don't know instead of us going in here and reading the book. So where it comes back to where it's saying that it's gonna be a purge in there. I already seen the purge in LA. You got P&B Rock. That was a purge, bro. If you don't look at it like it was a purge, then I see it. I don't know what you see. You come in there and kill this man while people is inside of there, inside of while he was eating. You didn't give a fuck who was there. So that was a purge. And then they talk about how the Chinese man and his wife was going in the parking lot inside of a mall, like a little bullshit mall in LA. And then all of a sudden he gets pistol whipped and beat, and they showing it for a $60,000 watch. And then they keep saying LA is out there. Before you go out there, be prepared, check in. They telling you to check in with other people because people out there getting robbed, people out there is getting and they showing it. That's not a purge, and you robbing people in broad daylight. That's a purge, bro.
LA been doing that shit for years, man.
But what about LA? Because that's not just going on in LA. That's going on in New York City too.
Bronx, Milwaukee, Lower Manhattan.
Yo, it's going on everywhere. So if you don't see that's kind of purging, like I might see it as a minor purge, but it's a purge.
See,
These people picking him.
the difference between New York and Los Angeles is the camera system. New York cameras, we got cameras on every
But
situation.
do it matter? Do it matter? You got a lot of people that's getting away with bodies, bro. Do that matter? No, it don't matter. Yo, let me tell you. Let me tell you. When you go into court, you say allegedly, the worst thing is when it says I got the camera up there and all of that. That's phony because the cameras they show you can be manipulated.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
that's a hard defense. That's a big hard defense. So then where do we go next? Where did we go here next?
It,
Now you're telling me the purge ain't here, and when they telling you that now it's easy accessible. Only thing we got to get your information in New York City, and it got to be 3 to 5 years of your social media contacts and all of that. You can get a gun. Oh, no, man. How long I was born here and I was in there, it was hard for us Americans, I mean New York citizens, to get guns.
now they need your social media for 3 to 5 years.
Yep, 3 to 5 years back from. So anything you say on there, like yo, threatening somebody and all that, or you sick, something wrong with your head, you take a Medicaid, that could flag you not to get it. And
Oh,
then
that's 98% of people.
thank you. And then they tell you, I was talking about that the other day. They tell you also how far your radius of you can carry your gun. You can't carry it on 14th Street. You can't carry it on 34th Street, 40 Deuce and that. You can't carry it in the movie theater. You can't carry it in the supermarket. You can't carry it in the restaurant. You can't carry it on the school playground. You can't carry it in the parks and everything. So where you
That,
carrying it at?
that
Huh? Huh?
sounds reasonable.
No, that don't. No, that don't, bro. No, that
Sure.
don't, bro. That
Let's
sound biased.
your
Let
gun.
me tell you something.
Car, park your car in the garage at 15.
Yo, that sounds
Park,
biased, bro. That sounds biased, and that sounds hypocritical, and that sounds hurtful. Because where I can carry my permit and my gun is only in the hood blocks. That sounds wrongful. That sounds hateful, bro.
now that I hear it, now that I hear what you said, when you said it like that.
That sounds hateful, bro.
Now I understand. Now it sounds it does.
I'm gonna walk around and then
Outside of those areas, it's not well. Let's say this because if you can't do it, can you have it? You say can't have it around schools, but you can have it around like
the projects,
no. I want to say like around
the
from
projects.
from 28. All right, so 28 from 15th to 20 to
That's
30.
residential areas. That's residential areas. That's where people live and have their home at. You don't want to put a gun into somebody that's biased about anything, bro. Biased about anything. You don't want to put a gun and I hate these people or I hate this kind of this race, and you're walking around somebody else's neighborhood.
That's crazy, but because now that I'm thinking about it, bro, it's like so. What happens? What happens?
It ain't funny.
What happens to the black kid who gets shot in the neighborhood?
Trayvon Martin.
Yeah, what happens with a kid who gets shot in the neighborhood because you was too scared? So what do you tell them? Like, yo,
Do you
I'm
understand what
sick,
I'm saying, bro? Now you understand.
so
Now you understand what the pimp's
I was
saying.
in the area, so I was clean. I killed him
Yeah.
on 14th. I didn't kill him on 14th, so it's all good.
Now you understand what I'm saying? That's bias. That's racially profiled, bro.
That is a crazy move right there. It's a wild. I'm not saying I agree with you 100% because certain areas, around stadium areas, that's a mass of people. Schools, a mass of people.
Yo, let me tell you something, bro. I don't agree with you with this one because when you go to the P's, there's a massive. How many people there?
No. I'm not saying that those areas. I feel like New York shouldn't have guns. Period. I feel like
I'm saying. I'm
New York
saying.
is too close and too personal. It's not enough land. It's not enough. Like I can understand, like far south. The reason why I can understand that is because you have farmland. You own 2 acres of land. If you see somebody walking onto your property of 2 fucking acres, well, you need a gun because 2 acres is fucking big enough for these motherfuckers to walk around.
But do you what in New York City? What type of protection that you really need from a
You
gun?
need it.
Yo, let me tell you something. This city's supposed to be so every place that you move in your apartment or anything, it's supposed to have security. Look
Yep.
that up, bro.
Yes, sir.
So anytime you walk on anywhere in New York City, there's supposed to be a cop there. That's supposed to be security. You're paying for security. Your income, your taxes, and all of that is paying for security. That's why if anything happened to you on New York City ground, you are allowed to sue.
Most people don't know that.
You understand what I'm saying? So you
Most people
paying
don't
for security. You paying for your wealth. But you know who knows that? The
know.
other people.
Some people.
Yep, they know that. That's why they moves inside of the worstest neighborhoods. You see them move to Baruch. You see they move to Brownsville. You see they move to the Bronx. You see they why? Because once that phone call come in, and the people tell who the people is, they come in there. You ever seen somebody on your block get hurt and it took about 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes for other people to get it? But soon as people call and say, how long it take?
5.5 seconds.
Thank you. So you understand what I mean. So they understand that, and we all understand that. To make the world come peace and to come to that, you gotta have them people around you evolve around them because they the only one that can absorb peace.
What if
You.
what if that's the reasoning why they feel? What if that's the way they trying to make it seem like the only way you can have peace is if these people are?
Yo, let me tell you something. You know the only way you can have peace is communicating and putting the people together is love. That's when you can have peace. That's where peace is coming to. When
Who
peace
said that? You said that or who said that?
That's me. That's me.
Not a pimp named Step Back.
The vibe step back, baby. And I'm still here, man. Flower smell beautiful. Yo, so
man, we gotta.
it took my heart. It took my heart to see one day change the world. One day change the world. When the day happened, everybody was equal. Everybody was love and everything. You ready? Y'all can warm that up. I'm ready in a little bit. Y'all, that the world was united as how you do this? One, not two, one. After all that, and it's coming straight up from a pimp. Look at the people now. They can't stand you.
Nope.
But when needed security, I was there when everything happened. I need your phone, please. Your phone is the only one working. And people looked out. So when is the change was gonna come? Yo, the change is gonna come only time that we can get stuff and everything and change this world into being a rightful world. Everybody got to be on the same page.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna let you know this wild, crazy line. You're gonna laugh a little bit, probably. I think the only time we're gonna get reparations is when they know the world is about to end. They're like, hey,
That's coming from a young pimp. That's telling you gotta pimp up, man. You gotta pimp up. But yo, let me tell you something. You know there's us? We don't look for reparation. You know why? Because we already been getting handed the stick.
Yep.
So we know how it feels to be poor. A lot of people don't. That's why you have no suicidal acts or nothing really deranged with us, unless we was in that position.
Yep.
A lot of us never been in that position. That's why we working 3 to 4, 5 jobs. And let that rattle with me. Let that rattle with you.
Hey man, but you know it's coming that time. We got a little more topics for y'all later on this week, man. We sorry for the delay. It was a little financial situation we had to get over, but we back in action.
Yo, let me tell you something, man. Ain't nothing funny on this show, man. And you gotta realize, man, we do have comedy jokes. We have all of that, but something we also have serious jokes. Like I say, I'll give a shout out to my wifey, to my fucking kids, my grandbaby. My shout out to, you know, that boy Jay and the mother. effing face. And this real good people out here. I give a shout out to Eddie Brock that wasn't here too. You know, I give a shout out to my nigga Top Dog that's gonna be coming on one of the shows with us and we intertwine and stuff like that. But everybody else, man, love, peace, and beautiful roses on the
Bye.
820 show, baby.
Love you, man. Peace and happiness, man.
Always.